there are apprenticeships available. You're doing an apprenticeship. You are retained by a trainer. It doesn't mean you can't ride for other trainers. That's good, and that's great. But in horse racing, for some bizarre reason, they call them apprentices in flat racing, and conditional is the jumps racing equivalent. Don't know why. No idea why. It's bizarre, but anyway, that's how it works. So it's not a completely. It's just a different term for an apprentice.
So basically, I did that for 2-3 years as a conditional jockey, riding over jumps, and then I went more onto the management side of things. I was what they call a head lad now. Do they call them head grooms now? Do they? Head lad. Head lad. The job involves really, it's more the management side. I still used to ride horses out, but it's more making sure that each horse is the medical side of things is kept up. If there's any lumps, bumps, or scrapes or anything like that, you go around and check each horse every night and make sure that they have any bandages or anything like that they need. Also, you try to make sure that the lads riding out are on the correct horses and they're doing it the correct way. If the trainer was away, you'd make sure the horse is doing the right exercise and so forth. So I did that for a couple of yards. Some of you older ones might know Les Eyre. I was head lad for him for 5 years. And then there was another trainer called Willie Haggis that I was head lad for down in Newmarket. Yeah, sure, yeah, just come in, yeah. Yeah, I haven't missed much.
Sorry.
Oh, it's alright, I haven't missed much. That's it, come in, don't be shy. It's grand. Just come in, you alright? That's it.
Loads of you, this is brilliant.
Grand job. Just a quick one for the people that just come in. My name's Toby and this is Joe. At the moment I'm just going on, I'm just waffling on a little bit about what we used to do in horse racing. So I've got up to the point where I was head lad for a couple of yards. Finished off just riding out for a couple of yards, and now I do this for a living. I've done this for the last 10 years now, or maybe 11 years actually. I think it was the first day I did was here. I get to go around with groups of school children normally, going around to different race courses in the north with Joan as well. We normally do maths days on a race day, so a lot of maths. You don't have to do that today, so this is just going to be a fun day out. Also as well, I work on the stalls team. Does anybody know what I mean by stalls team? Very good indeed. In fact, the group of gentlemen that I normally work with will be here. For some of you who don't know what stalls are, if you see a flat race start, they'll start out at these gates. In fact, you can see them directly behind us over there. And if you're very lucky later on, we might get to have a closer look at those and get a few of you through there as well. So that's generally what I do day to day, and I've been doing that for the last 10 years. But getting back to the job in hand here, I used to be a jockey, and I'm not anymore, and there's a very good reason why I'm not a jockey anymore. Looking for kind faces to answer this. Why aren't I a jockey anymore? And I don't think we'll have answers from any of the older people. I think we'll stick to the younger people. Go on, you're going to be nice and polite to me, aren't you? Go on. There's that that's a very good reason as well. Yes, I definitely would be now if I was riding, I can assure you that. But I wasn't at the time, I would be now. So why else couldn't I ride? Well, this is a race day here today. We're looking at flat racing. But why couldn't I be a jockey here today, even if I brought all my equipment and everything with me and I had a current jockey's licence? I still wouldn't be allowed to ride here on the race course today. Go on. Oh, thank you. Well, you're more overweight than my normal skinny self, I think you mean. Yeah, I'm a little bit heavier than I used to be. In fact, very soon I'm going to jump on the scales and we can see how heavy I am. Now, my wife's been feeding me up too much over the last few days, so hopefully it won't be too shocking. But I'll jump on here, and my weight's going to come up on that display up there. Oh my word, that's not good for me. And I'm about to go on holiday. Right, so as you can see, well, who can read that for me to begin with? We'll have a bit of fun. Who can read that for me? How heavy am I? Go on, who's going to read it for me? Now, go on.
13 stone. 13 stone.
And 7. 7.5.
I
Does
don't
anyone
know.
know what the 7.5 is? I know some of you older ones do. 7.5 what? Pounds. Good stuff. So when I was racing, I was roughly about 4 stone lighter than I am now. The lower weights that I would do would I'd probably get down to about 9 stone 3 when I was racing. So you can see I was a lot lighter then. A good question that I like to ask though, because we're going to go for a bit into the weights now, is why did I need to be so light? Why couldn't I be the weight that I am now? Yes.
So you don't fall off.
So I don't fall off. Well, I'd probably have more of a chance staying on, probably the bigger I am.
What effect?
So,
What effect does weight have on a race horse?
Make it easy for the horse to go forwards,
If you're heavy or if you're light?
like for lighter, and then it'll make it easy.
It's the speed. So weight slows them down. Okay, so we have to have minimum and maximum weights, which is the lowest and highest weights. This is just in races, not at the yards where they're trained. Okay.
because for instance, I own a racehorse now. Although I don't think I will be now at the moment, I haven't jumped on there, but I could still ride the horse out that I own at home. She's big and strong. Quick one on that, you'll all know this. How do we measure a horse's height? You all know this. Hands, well she's about 17 hands. So you can imagine she's quite big, so she could carry my weight, but I'd never ride her on the race course these days. I think, like you said, I'd be too scared to start off with, and I think I'll leave it up to the professionals these days, and I wouldn't be fit enough either. But I definitely couldn't ride her here today at haydock.
So does anybody know what age flat horses start racing at? 2 years old. So the flat horses start racing at 2 years old. Okay, they are bred to mature very early. Jumpers don't start till they're 4 or 5, and for that reason, jumpers have a higher weight to carry because they're bigger and they're stronger. So the flat horses, particularly the 2-year-olds, there are weight limits that they can carry, and there are distances. Until the end of July, they're not allowed to run over 5 furlongs. Something like that.
The 2-year-olds?
2-year-olds.
I think it's slightly earlier than that.
Might be.
Yeah, it's earlier.
So they even, limit how far they can race over as 2-year-olds. But in flat racing, the lowest weight the horses will carry is 8 stone, and the highest weight is 10 stone. In jumps racing, the lowest weight is 10 stone, and the highest weight is 12 stone. Okay, so it's not ridiculously light.
If they're racing at 2-year-old, what age do they pack them out?
The ones that are going to be 2-year-olds will be broken in about October, November.
Oh, so quite soon.
So, well, they're still yearlings.
Yeah. And obviously, all thoroughbreds have their birthdays on the 1st of January, so you can actually have horses racing before they are really 2 years old. Normally they try to breed them so that they are born early in the year, so that close to January 1st. If the horse is born on December the 31st, then by the next day it's officially 1 year old. So that's why we have to be very strict about, the breeding side of it. So it's just hiding away for a day. Yeah.
Just to go into that a bit more, just with a bit of history thing, you're asking about the yearlings. They did used to race yearlings. I think it was the turn of the century, though. I think it was in the early